Hey, what's up, Product Hump? My name is Brendan Dunn. I'm one of the co-founders of RightMessage, and I wanted to introduce a new tool that we just launched last week. This tool is called Value My Funnel, and the idea is it helps you figure out the values of the different stages of your funnel within just a few minutes. So one thing we noticed, both in talking with a lot of our customers and looking back at my own consulting clients in the past, was how few people actually have an idea of the value of, say, a visitor to their website or a subscriber to their newsletter or even a customer. So we wanted a tool that would help people just plug in some basic numbers and we would calculate out exactly what the value of every person in a particular stage of their funnel is, along with give some ideas on how to increase and amplify the different stages by increasing conversions and what effect that would have on overall revenue. So let me show you actually what we built with this tool. So you choose, the age of your business. So in this case, 3 years. I'm gonna use my other business, W Freelancing, as an example here. Last year's revenue, and then how many people I sold to over the last year. I think it was 1,044. That gives me just a ballpark kind of customer value. That's not by any means scientific. It doesn't take into account people who have bought multiple times over the last few years, but it's just an approximation. And then from here, we ask, well, what kind of business do you run? So this allows us to better correlate our data, RightMessage's data, on top of the data you're inputting and give you some ideas of what effect specifically personalization will have on your conversion. So I sell online courses, I use Drip, and I get about 1,200 people a month onto my list. So what this does is it gives me now my average lead value or my average subscriber value is about $60. So from here, we're able to look at, or it asks me to input how people come to my website. So I'm not doing any paid ads. I have a low amount of affiliates. I get a low amount of referral traffic and high search traffic. So most of my traffic comes from search. And I get about 25,000 people a month to this site. So what this does is this just does some basic math to deconstruct average customer value, turn that into average lead value, and then average prospect value. And then when I click next, it runs a report, or it creates a report for me that superimposes averages from our customer base, from the RightMessage customer base, in terms of increases that they've seen in increasing overall, leads generated, or the amount of people who are subscribers who turn into customers, or the average value per customer. And we just really superimpose our data on top of your data and give you some ideas on how to get to an ideal, which in this case would be getting a company that does about 900,000 a year to 1.5 million a year. And what we do is we give you, some kind of high-level ideas here about different ways to increase prospect value from $2.97 a unique visitor to my website to about $5 a visitor, and also to increase the value of a subscriber, of a lead, from about $61 or $62 to $88. And then average customer value, how do we get that from $850 to closer to $1,000? And what we've done is we just, again, we take the data that we're collecting in RightMessage from people who run a similar business, so online training, and we take that data and we layer it on top of your conversion rates. So on average, we've seen people who do this, this, and this increase conversions by, say, 22%. So if you could get something like that, considering that you're doing, say, paid acquisition, then this could be the effect. So what we've done after we give you kind of an idea of what this outcome could look like for you, if you were to go in and leverage personalization to increase the number of leads your site generates, the number of customers who number of subscribers who become customers, and also how you resell or upsell existing customers. We've actually generated an on-the-fly 10-lesson email course that is based on your data. So what we're doing is if you opt in here, we pipe this data up to our email marketing app, and we have a lot of conditionals in this sequence that will dynamically build out an email course specific to you, using your numbers, using the things that you've already given us, the data you've given us, to help walk you through, with or without a tool like RightMessage, how to accomplish a lot of what we've discussed up here. So how do we get this number closer to 1.5 million using the traffic you already have without creating new products or anything like that, just by increasing how many people who are currently going to the website end up opting in, and then how many of those who opt in end up buying, and then how many of those who do buy, in my case, end up buying other products I offer or whatnot. So we're really excited about this, and you don't need to obviously opt in for the email course, but it's a good idea, I think, just to have some concept of your averages, your average values. So what is the value of a visitor to your site? What is the value of a subscriber to your list? And what is the value of a customer? And again, this tool is meant to just give you kind of like a ballpark approximation of what that might look like. So hope this helps. We'd love any feedback you have for us about how we could make this even better. But as we collect more data within RightMessage, as we ramp up our customer list and get more conversion data feeding into it, since we're correlating that data with businesses of different stages and different industries and so on, we'll be able to make the reporting that we're doing much more refined over time. So hope you enjoy, and looking forward to hearing what you think.